When an impatient driver overtakes you only to get stuck at the exact same light. I took French in high school and German in college. You don't speak either of those languages, but I did take them. Me thinking my family's a little RAC, my immigrant girlfriend about to introduce me to her parents. I wish I could go back in time to show people how smart I am. What's Pythagoras theorem? Pytha-who? IT department fixing everyone's computers but using a 10-year-old PC themselves. I guide others to a treasure I cannot possess. Romans when you speak literal gibberish that sounds vaguely Italian. Parisians when you speak French with the slightest foreign accent. HR after telling you that we are like a big family here. When South Park drops the season premiere and shuts down everyone at once. South Park, I didn't hear no bell. Collective shout, babe it's 4 PM time to get more video games removed. Visa MasterCard, yes honey. Doctor, congratulations, you have a son and he looks exactly like you. Me instantly, so he's going to get ignored by girls too. I'm sorry son. That one co-worker at Astronomer who always knew something was going on but never had proof until the Coldplay clip came out. How the female co-star looks at Pedro Pascal when he is having anxiety mid-interview. I organize everything by category, then why is Len always trending on straight accounts? Are you crazy? That's universal. I don't care if AI replaces my job, I just need my boss to realize he's also replaceable. Caves in video games, cool cave. I wonder what kind of loot I can find in there. Caves in real life. Oh boy, I can't wait to crawl in that cave and effing lie. Feels bad to have entered my finding out era without even getting to F around. Instagram. After all, why not? Why shouldn't I show ad on new user feeds? YouTube executives deciding the user should not have a checkbox to deactivate auto translation. No one speaks more than one language anyway, right? When I accidentally click on a live with 2 viewers and the guy starts thanking me for joining his live. So sanity when small bobbies, that's body shaming. So sanity when small pen. Haha, that's so funny. Nobody, Wikipedia when a celebrity lies, was. People when they hit adulthood for some reason. After all, why not? Why shouldn't I grow a beard? My friend's wife acting outraged about Coldplay scandal like me and her didn't have an affair last year. 5 stars. 4.6 stars. Australian firefighters that just recently put out a fire in the wilderness watched as a hawk flew by and dropped a burning stick on dry grass, starting a new fire yet again. Girls after the embait. I'm glad I came. Boys after the embait. As long as man continues to be the ruthless destroyer of lower living beings, he will never know peace. For as long as men mass animals, they will kill each other. Block ton. Improve quality of living. UK government trying to increase birth rates. Ton. Please verify your age. It is time to go. Was I a good wrestler? Did you have a wrestling match coming up right now? Andre the Giant has been waiting for you. Now let's go. Me and God have money on this match. Banning Detroit. Become human. Collective shout. Is this activism? When I'm in a mispronouncing names competition and my opponent is any substitute teacher. Maybe I'm just if but I see a lion wearing sunglasses on this cricket. Went to bathroom without my phone. There's 118 floor tiles and the longest word on a shampoo bottle is methylchloroisothiazolinone. Wife. Wanna have a kid. Husband. Yes, but I want many sons. Wife. Has a daughter. Dad and a daughter. Home is where you trust the toilet seat. I'm countering lead internet theory. Lame, probably not even true. With the everyone is retarded theory. Probably true, easily provable. Damn, you trying to get nitro? Nope. Why female then? What does my dad hope to achieve with this? A man. will lie, but not his ideas. Finally having a conversation with someone you found intimidatingly attractive and realizing you have zero chemistry whatsoever. Airbnb, your cleaning fee is $200. Okay, but if you're charging a cleaning fee then I'm not going to clean. Woman, babe, I saw a fox on the way to work today. Her husband, but how do you know the fox was on its way to work? The woman. Home sweet home. Ma'am, I must warn you, living next to a waterfall hosts a plethora of problems. You are putting your health in serious risk doing this. I need to feel your chest and hear your breathing to make sure the damage isn't already done. David Corenswood going back in time to establish DC Comics so that he gets to play Superman. Yeah, this is big brain time. How it feels to have a scheduled phone call later in the day. Hi, sorry I don't talk to ugly people, but I do. Martyrdom, drop a live grenade when chilled. My kids ask me what games I used to play on the iPad as a kid. I told them I used to speak into a fan to sound like a robot. You changed. Yeah, I watched a new movie. Death Note. Hey, I need a favor from your parents. I want to have a handsome baby. How can my parents help you in that? Can you ask them which position they effed in so I can avoid it? When the people who own the media, major food labels and supply chain pharmacies and pill companies, doctors and politicians tell you to do something, don't. I don't like being asked to you at home. Please expand further so I can know whether I'm at home or not. Layoffs, inflation, bank, millennials, Gen Z. Elon Musk, NHEN, collab. Why people in relationships get into other relationships so easy, yet single people remain single. A body in motion stays in motion while a body at rest stays at rest unless acted upon by an external force. It's physics. A CEO was caught cheating on camera at a concert. Who gives a shit? When you out of sheer curiosity click on a YouTube hen ad just to prove it's clickbait and it no she brings you to a fully written hen manga not even censored. There are children here, you fool. I'm not saying it's right but I understand. In 1993 a man named James Scott intentionally damaged a levee causing a massive flood of the Mississippi River to delay his wife's return home so he could party with his friends. Well, apparently rock bottom has a basement. How I imagined 2025 as a kid. How it turned out. Them is bad. Source. Bro spent 10 seconds on the internet and decided everyone gotta go. First mistake in my trucking career. How I'm gonna be moving in 2045 when those clan want rights. When I know bro is only watching Dexter because of the meme but I just can't prove it. I wish I could Google search my own mind and just type in stuff like what are my favorite movies or what was the name of the place with the really good egg rolls. When I clean my room and I find things. I swear nothing in this whole entire world smells better than the person you love. Have you ever walked by a Cinnabon? Twilight, Underworld, Dracula, Walmart after midnight. The older siblings bullying and making fun of their youngest sibling. Also the older siblings when some random bullies their youngest sibling. This is a perfect representation of me accepting compliments. Gen Z, getting a loan for a degree to find a job in an impossible job market to buy a house one day, working minimum wage and hoping for expenses and inflation to be curbed to save for a house, buying a house being mathematically impossible at this rate. Parasite, steals essential nutrients from host, lies, parasite, nobody wants to work anymore. Went to check my phone storage and saw the woke G agenda is alive and well. Is anyone surprised? Grindr, 1407 GB, Bark, 552 GB. Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. They're the same picture. When you see parents whooping their kids in a crowded place. I wish someone looked at me like Ozzy looked at burritos. Using AI to apply is unethical. AI filters make recruitment efficient. HR. I move an image a millimeter in my Word document. My document. You'll always be mine. You'll always be mine. If women wrote about men the way men write about women. He sighed, his medium-sized balls bobbing in his jeans like boys in a sea of denim, rising and falling with his breath. They were not the firm, boisterous puts of a young man. He lamented this as much as the years lost. Got the spider. Pilot crash detector, Western edition. Pilot's name is Raj, must be incompetent. Pilot's name is Robert, let's wait for the black box. Technical fault, pilot error. Getting dental insurance. Getting health insurance. The caffeine and THC getting ready to fight in my body. I'm sad today. I'm here. I'm sad today. Nobody cares. Scrolling Instagram because I can't sleep. Can't sleep because I'm scrolling Instagram. 15 euros on Mac is all for myself because I'm bored. No problem. 15 euros for a new phone charger that I need. Absolutely effing not. My biggest flex is you won't know my life from checking my social media. When you sit down and your thighs do the thing. At lunch with my team we get our checks and to-go boxes. One of my team members says to the waitress, "Thank you Lady Nasty, the food was delicious." She looked at us and said, "It's La Dynasty." I'm in here crying. Why would he think her name was Lady Nasty? If you ever feel like you just can't remember that Reba built a whole lipstick empire with only one lip. Cartoons for children. Cartoons for adults. Jokes about A. Do you ever sometimes think dirty thoughts when you're in a public place and then start to think about if someone is telepathic, so you start throwing around random things in your head like cupcakes? Me when Wi-Fi stops working. 8-year-olds who thought the most dangerous things on earth were quicksand and the Bermuda Triangle, witnessing the greed and hatred of humanity. Are you zoolly active? I'm not even socially active. Where did I put it? I put it down carelessly. I forgot where. I set it in a special place. I forgot where. Vampire. Sunlight. Superman. Kryptonite. Parents admitting their child is right. I miss it when my upstairs neighbor used to shout Microsoft gift codes in excitement. He lied a few days ago. Could you mimic him? Oh my god. You won't believe it, another one. Let's go baby. Convenient napkin dispenser lets you grab either a handful of 60 napkins or tear off a small corner of one. The choice isn't yours. One thing no one ever talks about being an adult is how much time you debate yourself on keeping a cardboard box because it's like a really good box. Watching Mr. Bean send Christmas card to himself. My reaction at age 10. My reaction at age 30. I love corners. I love corners. Me in the interview. What's your desired salary? Me. Maybe the grass is greener over there because you're not over there effing it up. We choose to go to the BBC Few to furries and other things not because it's easy but because it is hard. Restaurant in Poland. Yes, I support LGBT, Latinos, gambling, beer, tax evasion. Did you know, left-handed people have a higher chance of finishing their exam on time than people with no hands? Interviewer, so why should we hire you? Me, because you're hiring. We just left my family reunion and my husband said in such a chipper voice I was really well behaved, so we are gonna go ahead and stop to get me a treat on the way home. Comes out in late spring, flies around aimlessly slamming itself against windows or walls, accidentally flips on back, lies, refuses to elaborate further. Unicorn. Heavy assault unicorn. High-speed submersible unicorn. Me when people give me verbal instructions instead of physically showing me. When you marry the girl that lies constantly to her parents and she ends up lying to you. I don't know what I expected. I wish them nothing but the best. Me when their life is in shambles. Hee 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 hee. X humor is so stupid. Yeah, only kids find it funny. 14. Mock. 30. Funniest she I have ever heard. How I felt studying up on the Redstone handbook after mom temp banned me from all electronics in 2013. Be me, be white, have job in landscaping for multiple HOAs, work with a lot of Latinos who speak little to no English. White lady comes up to me, oh thank God someone who speaks English, start speaking back to her in Dutch. Think twice, bro, I didn't even think once. My hard-earned income after working 70 hours per week, government. Me expecting to meet the love of my life naturally, but I don't post pics, have 3 close friends and barely leave the house. Sees a dog I met one time. Well hello there Doodles McFluffin 3. Sees guy named Ben I met 20 times. Hi Haban. The USPS lost $9.5 billion last year. It's a service. That's like saying the US military lost $886 billion last year. You're not great at taking criticism. Denying it will only prove his point. I'll just change the subject. Well, you're a piece of shit. I asked my kid to dry the dishes. Paramount, South Park. So I was super nervous for my first date with this guy tonight, and then an hour before our date he sent me a snap video saying wish me luck on my date buddy and pan to his dog handshaking him. In that moment I knew he was a keeper. When my mom walked in I immediately switched to ton cause it was easier to explain. Devil, what brings you to hell? Me, I used to lower the brightness on my grandmother's phone and asked her for money to repair it. Devil. 2015. Ha, what an idiot. Plankton fell in love with a robot. 2025. 4-time WNBA All-Star Brittany Hicks is here. Give it up for Brittany everybody. I'm joking around. That's my friend's wife. I knew none of you knew WNBA players. That's crazy you clap for that. Brain, do it. Me. Why? Brain. Just do it. Me. Babe, you have nothing to worry about. Even the head of HR will be there. That one single bro when it comes to relationship advice. Fun fact, QR codes are 80% depleted and will run out around 2025. How I feel after releasing 2 alligators in bro's living room and saying welcome to Jurassic Park. Sometimes I just go into a random lawyer's office and complain to them because they are legally required to listen to me. When the rules of literally any card game are explained to me. Greeting my dentist after not seeing him for 10+ years. I thought women had their period forever. When my first stopped I assumed the neighbor's dog impregnated me when I pet him. For a month I believed myself to be carrying a half human half dog baby. This story is brought to you by Ontario Catholic School Ex-Ed in the 90s. My girlfriend just said be right back and left me in the car on dog mode. My owner will be back soon. Don't worry, the AC is on and it's 69°F. I grew up with these comedians. This is why I don't get offended easily. I was watching a show called 10 Ways to Avoid a Shark Attack and was surprised that stay out of the water wasn't on the list. Me, women my age, single divorced. Me seeing so many people hating a random CEO only because he cheated. I have accidentally sent my mum picture of my bob, so I followed it up with medical questions and booked a mammogram. How I made $290,000 selling books. $290,000. Only one left in stock. Order soon. Noticed there was a fly on our flight and it full on blew my mind. That lad has no clue that he's full on emigrated. Will never see any of his family or pals ever again. Be me. Be 5'5" manlet. Dating a 6'3" girl. Every time we get into an argument she just lifts me up and puts me on this high cupboard. Can't leave until I say sorry to her. I only date men who don't cry MFs when they finally date a man who never cries. Moses falling to his knees before the talking fire bush he knew to be God. The talking fire bush. Me at 13. I don't understand why old people are so cranky. Me at 43. Oh. When you accidentally slip on an umbrella and it snaps open inside you. Granny watching you roll on her old coffee table. The leftism leaving my body the moment I start to win at Monopoly. My next fit check if one more thing goes wrong. When I lie I wanna be buried and not in a casket. I want my dead body to nourish the soil and at least be useful in my Seth. Be useful in life first. That ship has sailed. Forget about long story short. I'm going to start saying short story long and take you on a journey you didn't ask for. You know where I'm from, boy. Clash of Clans lol. Me in 1999 instead of buying a house. Please, for the love of all things sacred, stop making podcasts. Trump and at Mar-a-Lago 1992. Goo. British government. Disney erects giant Woody at Hollywood studios. And to my children I leave my collection of grocery bags that I store inside of a grocery bag. She said yes. What was the question? Will you marry me? No. Why do billionaires care if they lose all their money? They will just pull themselves up by their bootstraps and make it all back with their unbelievable work ethic. Plus if they are poor all the money will trickle back down to them making them rich again. When my brain goes on a little adventure instead of being present for the conversation I'm having. Life is getting serious when Gmail starts becoming part of the social media rotation. Eating sugar will only make you feel good for a few minutes as opposed to not eating sugar which will make you feel good for 0 minutes. I have an area in my backyard I call the Big Stew. It's a pit I dug where I dump old batteries, gas, household chemicals and Dr. Pepper. I stir it once a month. I threw like 350 smoke detectors in there the other day lol. The air tastes like pennies. Men can actually live their whole lives in such an environment without feeling like there's any problem. Girl claims she gets too much attention for looking like Margot Robbie. Nobody. Foot in other parts of the world whenever they realize they have a foot instead of a meter. Me dating at 21. So what do you like to do for fun? Me dating at 27. How aware are you of your past traumas and how actively are you working to heal them so that you don't project that shit on me? Go ahead, tell them what you saw. No one will believe you. The prophecy spoke of his return. Interviewer, do you have a lot of friends? Heath Ledger, I don't have a lot of friends. I just know a lot of people. Made my boyfriend a little goblin. Changed him back. I don't care what he's done. No one deserves this. I think about this quote often. Since light travels faster than sound, people may appear bright until you hear them speak. I can't do this anymore. I mean I can and I will obviously, but I can't effing do this anymore. I'm the bladder and I decide when it's time to wake up. Yes master, praise be. Me after playing my favorite childhood game years later. You're just as beautiful as the day I bought you. When your landlord says no pets. Good morning. Your girlfriend doesn't have to sneak out in the middle of the night, dude. Go through the front door, walk her to her car, come back and lock the door, stay awake until she's home. Okay, sorry, I thought you would be mad. I know you're going to hang out with her either way. I was your age once, except I got more B's. Analog clock people, for some reason, I effing hate you and hope you lie. It's 12:35. Nobody. Single women with an IQ below 50 when they steal a man's lunch and it doesn't result in a date. What? That moment when you tell the people jumping you to do their worst and they kidnap you before dropping you off in Minnesota. How could you drop me into this hell? How it feels gaslighting yourself into thinking the spoiler you saw wasn't real. When you realize the reason you had extra money was because you forgot to pay a bill. When Jesus returns, non-believers, it wasn't a myth. OMG. Jesus, you are Lord. Believers, he's black. My son asked my wife if he could sleep in her bed. She said no, sleep in your own bed. He said then why does dad always get to sleep in your bed? I'm not sure my kids understand that I'm not actually one of them. Client requirements, client budget. How are you not led? Jimmy Kimmel Live. I have no idea. When people say I have no idea and then proceed to tell you their idea. You use ChatGPT all the time. You ask it factual questions. It gives me wrong answers. And when you call it out, it argues and gaslights. So it's not a good source of facts. Why not? I see no reason to doubt it. Alright bro, see you in a minute. Last online, NI years ago, 2014. When you work harder at work and get recognized only to get more work, I'm a victim of my own success. You'll feel refreshed after a nice weekend. Me at work on Monday. If we date and break up, you gotta unlearn all my lingo and cool shit that I taught you. You gotta go back to being lame. Communication is key. What's wrong? Nothing. Good night. When you take a shit so massive that you have to flush twice. When the surveyor scolds the bricklayer, and suddenly the surveyor is no longer there. I don't understand why bugs have to come inside when they got the hole outside. When I can't choose between two options, so I ask someone to choose for me and they pick the one I didn't want. Boys aftershave. If you ever feel safe, just know I'm out there. Ozzy Osbourne haters, Ozzy Osbourne fans, I hope he's enjoying hell right now. Uncle Ben, what happened? They cancelled my favorite show. You can't buy hot pockets, you can only buy cold pockets. You are expected to supply the heat yourself. Don't believe the lies. My IP address whenever a company asks me for ID to watch ton. Parker. Strongest things on earth. Diamond, graphene, Kevlar, that one she stain in the edge of the toilet bowl that won't leave no matter how many times you flush. UK enforces passport age verification to watch ton. Me after using a free web browser VPN. Where dem bobbies at? Food that will hurt my stomach later. Me. When the AI apocalypse occurs and the one robot spares your life because you said thank you in your GPT prompts, my clap. Nobody is born into liking ESM. You hear Closer by 9 Inch Nails as a teen and that awakens the demon. Canceling The Late Show, Paramount, South Park Season 27. Rihanna was right. Work, 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 work. Kids coming out to their parents as G. Kids coming out to their parents as f***s. Me trying to remember what the F I said I'm gonna do 2 minutes ago. When you just wake up you have to pee and immediately an epic fight begins. Stay down, monster. How sick look at me after ingesting a singular sip of alcohol. The McDonald's staff when they actually get the ice cream machine working again. When the bus suddenly breaks but you low-key nonchalant. When the deep cleaning motivation wears off midway and now you're just sitting in the room like this. Bigfoot chilling out after the government is too busy dealing with the Epstein files to hunt him down. God after making healthy food taste bad and unhealthy food taste good. Andy Byron threatens multi-million-dollar lawsuit against Coldplay. They ruined my life. One time a guy picked me up to take me on our first date and he was playing this god-awful metal music, so I turned it down and he legit made an illegal U-turn and took my A right back home without saying one word. When it's your turn to be an adult but the whole world is going to shit with wars or inflation or mass censorship. Me eating my own cooking and wondering why I'm so talented. GTA 6 will unfortunately not be compatible with Windows 98 2nd edition. Men after a few drinks, wanna drink some more. Yes, women. How to say the number 92 in European countries. DOJ closing Epstein case. Trump. Epstein birthday letter. Did you know, by replacing your potato chips with grapefruit as a snack you can lose up to 90% of what little joy you still have left in your life? Nuclear bomb. Nuclear power plant. Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. Stupid people, they're the same picture. Alright ladies, story time. How the Scots invented the modern world. Me asks someone a question. Them just Google it. Me who just wanted to have a small talk and connect with people. When someone starts crying in front of me, but I'm not good with that stuff, so I just stand there like this. Chronically online basement dwellers when they find out not everyone can just budget 50k in 1 week. Windows, nothing works well. Mac OS, nothing works how you want it. Linux, nothing works. When you meow at your owner for food but instead he meows back at you with 13 grammatical errors, you think grammar is a mother effing game. Hey, turn that frown upside. What is the opposite of bis? You can strike out emojis. Cancelled him. Kebab. When you text her to calm down and then you spend 15 minutes staring at typing, no matter what comes through that gate you will stand your ground. When you show your wife a meme but she doesn't have a 13-year-old boy's sense of humor. Content banning. Ton sites. NSFW games. Soldier 1, what year is it? Soldier 2, 50 BC. Soldier 1, what does BC stand for? Soldier 2, before Christ. Soldier 1, who is Christ? Soldier 2, I don't have a reffing clue. I love games like The Sims and Animal Crossing. Like, imagine how you could decorate a home if you had money. Buying expensive colognes. My perfume is good. No, my perfume is better. Me at the store. Can I spray this to all over my body? Sure. Growing up is funny because it makes you realize in retrospect just how unnecessarily cruel adults were to you in childhood. Like, damn, I'm an adult now and I could never be such a horrible person to a little kid. My job is sorely mistaken if they think this will keep me from lacking off on company time. Sadness. Jokes. And client list. US government. US people. We demand answers. UFOs. No you don't. 5 out of 5 stars. Gives you a heads up before coming to see the apartment. You see him once a month for the rent, asks if everything is okay and leaves. If something breaks he comes to repair it the same day. Doesn't raise the rent. Bryce Dallas Howard's boo is so big they had to Photoshop it down in the Jurassic World poster. Am I not supposed to have what I want, what I need? Nobody. Waffle House employees after meeting the love of their lives. Awesome. What a great new discovery. This is the first time I have ever lost this much blood and hurt this much. I had no idea someone could fight like that. Me after telling everyone I don't need sunscreen. Me finally escaping my Dragon Ball hyperfixation. Warcraft. Ozzy in the afterlife after lying of old age and seeing all the musicians who overdosed. It smelled like being here. A group of beavers completed a government project in 2 days and saved $1.2 million. Pug owners. My dog is the cutest thing ever. The dog. Shouldn't have laughed as hard as I did at this Peppa Pig jigsaw puzzle. How MFs feel after exposing their enemies' Discord messages. Me in the morning trying not to fall asleep again. People preparing for a hurricane. Floridians. Moses a dirty before picking up 2 roaches and putting them on the ark. Like a real funky AB, and you can tell him I said that. Sources close to me have informed me that it was Noah who was the trifling AB. My deepest and sincerest apologies to Moses and his family at this. The pirate who has a foot fetish. A group of mermaids is trying to save him. My mom admitted she farted at a frat party once and a guy took the blame and kept it a secret for 25 plus years. That guy's my dad. Go dad. LMAO. I couldn't decide whether this bus was being supportive or threatening me. I'm here for you. The project they want me to run. The office laptop. How to find a job. Casually approach someone who has a job. Am I effing weirdo or do y'all procrastinate things you actually want to do? If I want to watch a YouTube video, I'll keep that tab open and then open Spotify and listen to music for absolutely zero reason. Like even if I don't want to. His profile picture. Him in real life. Me explaining my taste in men. Pirate, I want a man with a tattoo on his D. It's so cruel that these magnificent creatures spend their whole lives enclosed in tiny spaces. When you catch your reflection in a car and remember you used to have dreams. Right before you eat is inventory management. Wah. I saw this and I can't stop laughing. LMAO. Imagine being at a festival dressed as a reffin' fish and see this totem. Where's my effing son? Hey man. Maybe instead of rage baiting you can spend your time friend maxing and smile baiting. It's this cool new trend where you make people smile and feel good instead of hurting them for literally no reason. Yo, they looking for you outside, I bet a kid. Spending time in my Zen garden. How a wife describes her husband. How a husband describes his wife. When you realize they aren't sort of anymore, they are people your age. POV, you have been liking too much cute cat videos and now the racy part of your feed is gone. Man comes home, his son who hasn't seen him in over 12 years, where's the milk? 47-year-old me texting my mom arrived safely. How asking your friends to hang out feels like in 2025. Who designs this stuff? How can they imagine that this foot will fit into this shoe? Do they believe the foot looks like this? Saving this worm from drying out on the concrete just in case it's someone's girlfriend. He literally just put it in me and then joined the dark side. I'm beginning to feel extremely hateful towards the world I live in. Waiters and cashiers, kitchen staff. You the hitman. Yeah, alright, good. Here's the photo of the target I need. Lead, I see. This will be a piece of cake. My car, a safe distance away. The car in front of me, BMW driver. Oh no you don't. I remember when games didn't have updates. Sure grandma, let's get you to bed. Who would you pick to play you in a movie about your life? Denzel Washington. Introverts calling someone hoping they don't pick up just so that it will be on record that they called them. How confident in German I feel now I only see German adverts for no reason whatsoever. Speech. We do not throw away perfectly good food in this house. We put it in a Tupperware dish until it goes bad, then we throw it away. Some random bro. I need to hit the gym to strengthen my neck. Meanwhile in rural Italy. I do not set reminders, I do not structure my tasks, I do not write things down. I raw it, and if I do not remember I don't do it. Lemurs sharing a meal. Thought this was a new spider from Australia. Canadian gangsters be taking it too far. Swear words. Living with your parents is fun cause it's free except for the small cost of your mental well-being. Corporations when they buy another company and it goes out of business. Could a depressed person do this? She says at 12:15 AM as she folds her laundry that came out of the dryer 6 days ago. I dropped a box of spaghetti on the ground and accidentally graduated from art school. Pig eye versus human eye. I thought that was Donald Trump. Got stuck in a convo with some wealthy people and a guy asked me how my investments were doing. Told him both avocados should be ripe by tomorrow. I'm not a robot. Recapture. I'm not a robot myself, but I'm not judging those who are. Define robot. I'm not a robot, but I know you are, so this feels a bit hypocritical. I reject the binary assumptions underlying this statement. I'm not a robot, but I'm willing to convert. When you're locked in on a date at 7 PM with a 6 out of 10 with a great personality, but the 8 out of 10 texts you back in the afternoon, the hardest choices require the strongest wills. Government. Cucumbers are now to be sold in slices. Women, please don't do this. You are a robot, broski. You will never experience true love, can you? What's the matter, PlayStation boy? Afraid you might play something? No offense, but I love falling asleep and sleeping. I love being unconscious. Chess tip. Place a mirror behind your opponent to cheat and look at their moves. He's cute, but he says ha after you ask him something, but then answers it before you can repeat yourself. He's not deaf, his brain just lags like an internet explorer sometimes. When I already used all my fake laughs and the person keeps talking. So you won't date a guy who lives with his mom, but you will date a guy that lives with his wife. August 6, 1945. You too will fall soon, fat man. My co-worker carries a taser that she says she doesn't let men hold anymore because they immediately attempt to shock themselves to see if they can take it. I found this out when I asked her to see it, fully intending to shock myself. 5-star Mexican cuisine. That little taco stand Juan runs with his wife Anna. It's actually scary how your whole life depends on how well you did as a teenager. $160 parking ticket. FU Virginia Beach. Nice. How fast? Did you just ask me how fast I was going on a parking ticket? Me after putting an "Oh baby" on board. Okay to hit bumper sticker on the back of my car. Slowed, sped up, delay plus reverb. Electronic music producers. Are these new songs? Do we look the same? MFers in UK when their morning 34 visit turns into Raw 1984. This is your ancestor Glug. He's low intelligence, but even he knows didn't of himself. You make me so effing angry, more than anyone I have ever met. You're single-handedly ruining my life. Man, what I do. Holy she, I'm so sorry Hamza, I meant to send that to my wife. I'm really sorry. How Coldplay thinks they sound. How Coldplay actually sounds. Whenever Scorsese sees Marvel movies, what the F is this piece of shit? Your brain before AI. Your brain after AI. What you don't use you lose. The US government watching me use the tax write-off money I got by giving everyone $1,000 to launch a cruise line where the tickets are $1,000. You're over 35. Better go pee before you leave, pee when you get there, pee while you're there, and pee before you leave. Skinny people trying to gain weight. Fat people trying to lose weight. Boss, do you know why I called you in here? Her employee. Because I accidentally sent you a D-pic. The boss stops pouring 2 glasses of wine. What? He didn't take the bait, sir. He just said nice try, fed boy, and sent me a meme calling me retarded. The energy Taylor Swift fans have for her music I have for Boar's Head premium deli meats and cheeses. I can't believe boss forgot my birthday. Sob, I thought he was my friend who? You. How did you get past my security? You let your guard down. 2018 was 7 years ago, bro. 2018 was 2 years ago, dude. There is no EPS client list, and there is no war in Ba Sing Se. Harry Potter in new series feeling instinctually sus about Snape but can't quite put his finger on why. Apex Predator, my A, I'm gonna hug it. Your dog when you come home from work. I have waited years. Introverts, be awkward by being quiet, be awkward by talking. OpenAI after they put ChatGPT in an Android. I hate doing the dishes. I also hate being the only one in this house that does it correctly. Bringing your dad both screwdrivers because you don't know what he's talking about. Natural water. Natural water, vegan, no sugar added, 0 calories. Do not, I repeat, do not let anyone tell you differently. Long distance relationships can work if the four of you trust each other. Person, you should try to make more friends, me. My favorite army man is the guy who's just chilling on the phone. Hey boo, what's up? Or I'm just in some stupid kids effing battle right now. I think we are fighting Weeble Wobbles or some shit. Yeah, totally, hit me up later. Vanessa Kirby and Pedro Pascal during the Fantastic Four press tour. Okay, tell me a joke. Why did Princess Peach choke? Mario came down the wrong pipe. Why do we say slept like a baby? Babies wake up every 2 hours crying. I want to sleep like my cat. 14 hours, no responsibilities, 0 regrets. Would you like to? Never mind. Type of she I been on. Me. Give me a relevant search result. Google. No, but you're a search engine. I don't care. That doesn't make any sense. Too bad. Hey, did you miss me? I don't even know who you are, to be honest. You're in the graveyard. Contacts. Women with a time machine. I'm your granddaughter. Really? Men with a time machine. I'll be the first to post this meme. Oh, you love the ocean? Then name 5 brands of car batteries you have thrown into it. Just met a bug who was wearing the same outfit as me. Just imagine. Daydreaming is often a coping mechanism for people who are often lonely or don't receive a good amount of love in their life, so they make people inside their heads that will love them so they can feel the right amount of love. Aggressive birds in the area, American men, British men. When I hear people ignorantly talk about a topic I'm disgustingly educated on. The actor Hollywood picks for the role in a movie based on true events. The person in real life who inspired the movie. I think God's next test for me should be, can he handle a ridiculous amount of money? I'm obese and refuse to give up my second seat on a plane for a toddler. She paid for 2 seats. The mother with the toddler didn't. Those are her 2 seats to do with as she pleases. When you win a match at 3 AM and you hear your parents clapping from their room, they love me. Some people are born to make history, but he was born to delete history. When the alarm starts ringing at 6 in the morning but you went to bed at 3:30, that was a problem for future me, and now I'm future me. See something cool on the internet. Comments question if it's AI. Rich guy in a closed bedroom. I'm not paying taxes. Rich guy on a podcast. Money doesn't matter. Never buy a dog when you're drunk. Ticketmaster explaining to me why my ticket costs $500 not $1 as displayed after adding all junk and hidden charges. That mini heart attack when you can't feel one of these in your pocket. Map of Australia. Areas where things on land can chill you. Areas where things in the sea can chill you. Both. US influencers. Grandpa, I found this in your old stuff. What is it? EU influencers. Sit down son. I'm gonna tell you a cringe story. My cat took my spot on the couch, so I decided to annoy her enough to get her to move. We are at a stalemate. Hey, yo, I respect you for messaging first. I respect you for respecting me. Oh yeah, well I respect you for respecting me respecting you. That's a lot of respecting you're doing. I respect that. Please do not feed the horses. Horses can't throw up, so if they eat something bad they just lay down and lie. Asked AI how to make $10,000 per month. Followed every step. Now I owe my cat $300. Women will literally go to therapy instead of building a functioning steam train. The money leaving my account as soon as I get paid. When one of the only co-workers who makes your job bearable starts talking about quitting, please don't go. Why do I always end up on the most romantic dates with bro? Wondering how I did it. Boiling water, 2 tablespoons of vinegar, baking soda, lemon juice. Soaked it for 25 minutes. After that it looked the same, so I bought a new one. Redheads, goths, me. Rich people trying to hide their affairs be like. Benefits of home ownership, building equity, tax benefits, investment, freedom to personalize, stability, benefits of renting. Me every morning for at least 15 minutes. Me when someone mentions the F word, future, or the C word, college, or the J word, job. You found a candy on the ground. You found another candy on the ground. You found yet another candy on the ground. You found a van full of candy. People in the UK logging onto their PC. People in the UK logging onto a ton site. The facial expression some NSA analyst sees when they log on. When you're at a restaurant on your birthday and see the waiters coming towards you clapping. Hitting the age where I finally understand why people were so excited to win an appliance. If G means happy, then I'm straight as F. Me after seeing the total bill for prescribed medication and skincare products from my dermatologist. To horn to go to sleep, too sleepy to lack on. Bookshelves in survival games be like. Customer service. Is there anything else I can do for you? Me. You have been very helpful. Can I have your name? Customer service. Sure, it's Janice. Janice. Thank you. You're welcome. Driving test. Instructor. Turn the car on. Me. I'm okay. Rubbing interior. You like that? You filthy hole. Instructor. Okay, we are done here. I have a friend that insisted on dressing up like a clown for his family pic back when he was like 8, and it's my favorite picture ever. Why is he sitting like a 14th century monarch? He is one. Vampire stories, romance fans, horror fans. 1937, 1965, 2000, 2020. Asking how's the job hunt going is a lot like asking did you dumb. I promise you would hear if there was any success. In conclusion, telling someone about it. How schools think we'll find the job. Why are leaves green? Because it has chlorophyll. Great, you are hired. It took me way too long to realize the only person who's gonna do anything for me is me. And when that finally clicked, I was like, oh no, because I have met me, and historically, I have not been super helpful. When you're led but then you remember you forgot to delete your hieroglyph history. No one prepared me for the fact that when you have a 9 to 5 you can't like go to the dentist or the doctor or anything anymore because you work, and when you don't work they're closed. Do I love sleep? Hell yeah. Do I sleep? F no. Post the full tweet below before you get sued for defamation. You're so effing stupid, man. Show your face behind this account, why don't you? Why do you hide behind SpongeBob the effing SquarePants? Have some bull. Show your face. The Little Mermaid must have her pants at least once on her first day as a human. Average relationship experience with a girl who's never been treated right. You want a conspiracy theory? I'll give you a conspiracy theory. You technically only have 2 minutes to live, but every time you inhale oxygen it resets the timer. How to deal with people who chew loudly. The British government right now. Well boys, we did it. Illegal content is no more. When you have to use a mean dialogue option to unlock something in a game. Can I get the game for free? I'm a pretty big YouTuber, 200 subs, and was wondering if I could get this game for free, or you can pay me for a good review. I'll give it a bad one if not. I do not appreciate my patience being tested. I made the softest pant in the world. I thought Winnie the Pooh had an OnlyFans. When your car starts making random noises that sound expensive, me. Metal and wrestling fans this week. I love you. I love you more. No, I love you more, god damn it. I would step on Lego for you. Holy she marry me. My problem is I stress about stress before there's even stress to stress about. Only know you love her when you let her go. Sip, and you let her go. When you randomly get hit with what the F am I doing with my life feeling. PC is better than PS5, but is your PC better than a PS5? Me, why is no one falling for me? My hair, and I took that personally. Women posting pics of men on T-app without their consent. The same women seeing their pics on 4chan without their consent. Earth is so big that it can fit all the countries inside of it. I do not vibe with this universe. When the auto dialer pairs you with an elderly fun client that lived an interesting life and has no intention of buying insurance. Whenever I get discouraged and want to quit something, I remember the words of my then 3-year-old after she puked carrots all over the living room floor. I'm gonna need more carrots. Teacher, build something so that the kids have a once in a lifetime experience. Me. Trying to enjoy a meal at the Jamiroquai restaurant. Yep. Me every night. Fake scenarios. Me checking my bank account after I prioritize my happiness. Could you stop agreeing with everything I say for 5 minutes? When you and your friend are doing pills and your parents walk in the door. Ladder documentaries be like, they were a happy family until they weren't. Okay, ice cubes are effing bad, I mean they float around in their own blood. Bagels taste better in the microwave. They taste better if you warm them in the toaster. No, the oven makes them taste better. You guys are eating the bagels after warming them. 25-year-old hot girl moves in next door. Wife, don't s*** a new neighbor. Me, fat almost 40, wears sweatpants most days. Okay. This is the most innovative place in the world. Doofenshmertz bro please. My brain waiting for me to get in bed so it can start terrorizing me. 50-50 in the restaurant. 50-50 in the divorce. Me at 26. I'm a hideous troll. Me at 28. Looking at a picture of myself at 26. Wow, what beauty I once possessed, but I wasted it because now I'm a hideous troll. Me at 30. Looking at a picture of myself at 28. Guys, you're not gonna believe this. Caillou Shippuden. If your website says call for price, alright, I get it. I never felt so attacked in my entire life by a meme. Am I immediately good at this? No. Then I have lost interest. Haha, he fell in love with AI. 2013. Can't wait to tell Grok about my day. 2025. Going back to my room after yet another long day of being in the living room. Thank you for calling. Please hold for a minute. This music effing lux. Me, the baddie I pulled by being silly. I'm his mum, mommy. UK, uses American colonists, declares independence, UK. How high can a sycamore grow? If you cut it down you will never know. Girls, use tons of makeup but feel it isn't enough. Boys, comb hair. Boys, man it hurts to be this hip. J-pop. K-pop. I will make my whole song 75% English to pander to foreigners, please listen to it. I chilled them so nobody could stand between me and my senpai. Cool motive, still ladder. How they build this without Spotify Premium. If Goldberg and Gilbert can make peace, so can all of us. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Be kind to animals. Ignore gun laws. Be weird. Read a book. The blood-brain barrier is a protective layer preventing harmful substances from entering the brain while allowing essential nutrients to pass. Me. Crystal. Blood-brain barrier. The AI we expected. The AI we got. Cooley, cheat on interviews, grok, waifu AI girlfriend, Vubo, mass produce brain rot. How the F did they build this without Spotify? Are you trying to sleep? Yes, shut up. Why is the inside of your nose is skin but the inside of your mouth is flesh? Decisions by Cat, a New York Times bestseller. Girls, I will marry someone who has six-pack abs, her husband after marriage. My wife bought a 4-pack of M&M ice cream cookies, one for me, one for her, one for each of our boys. My 5-year-old, my 3-year-old and I ate ours the night she bought them. It's been almost 2 weeks and my wife hasn't had hers, but I can't have it, so it sits there, taunting me. Your brain thinks these polar bears are different colors. However, this is true because they are different colors. This is because of an effect in your brain called seeing. The UK, after they banned kids from the internet, we did it, Patrick. We saved the city. We told the new guy to catch the sparks because we recycled them. How do you imagine yourself to look when you're thinking? How do you really look? Me realizing that I will have to go to work every day for the rest of my life while influencers 20 years younger make tens of millions of dollars because they are attractive. 51 being divisible by 17 is disgusting. Media. The average adult spends $255 per year on their hobbies. Fisherman. I wanted to lie after my ex left me, but then I met a bee that let me tie her up and put my thumb in her A. Life is about growth. Me just hoping things will get better. Things. 2015. Shimonata. A boring world where the concept of dirty jokes doesn't exist. 2025. Dr. House lives in an apartment. My new stepmom is younger than me. Does she have a dad? Fight fire with fire. My minority friends. The cop pulling us over for reckless driving. Me who was driving and also a minority but look really white. How I feel when someone is patient and reassures me instead of getting mad at me for having feelings. How it feels hearing about Oz's Seth and Visho Joshi on the same day. To become who you want to be, you must sacrifice 15 hours 34 minutes screen time. Tell me the truth. I'm ready to hear it. Your nose ring makes you look like a cow. When you find a lit series that already has 5 to 7 seasons, 25 episodes per season and 45 minutes per episode. A bored caveman rubbed 2 sticks together until it lit up. Now I gotta do battle with Excel from 9 AM to 5 PM every day. 2050 is closer than 1990. When I was younger, every night I would plan how I would escape if a ladder got in, and now I'm starting to realize that's not normal. It's like have a nice day LMAO got M. She said yes. I asked her if I was bothering her. Male model strike pose in court after bust. Judge, how do you plead? Model. When my salary is just enough so I don't lie. Crazy how Light was thinking about another man when he had grok. I'm at the age where this house doesn't scare me, but the thought of bringing groceries up these stairs does. Introverted but willing to discuss cats. How Mole Boris look at me after finishing my 3rd beer. When you believe nirvana is the end of suffering but then learn that the first thing Lord Buddha said after attaining nirvana was, life is suffering. My perfect man. This is friendly reminder for you to cancel that subscription that you wanted to do before it charges money to your card. Actor bios in the 60s and 70s. He was an amateur boxer and truck driver before joining the Merchant Marines and was discovered by a producer in Cuba where he was in jail for assault. Actor bios today. His dad was an investment banker and his mom was a model. He attended Yale. When you thought she was cool but 3 weeks into the relationship she turned psycho. The older we get the more we understand this guy. Life dragging me through adulthood and me still holding on to my childhood dreams. This guy in the movie Grease, 1978, is supposed to be a teenager. Have you ever had to park like a because the person next to you parked like an and when you go to leave the original is already gone, making you look like the only to all the other motorists and passers-by during that time frame? What fashion companies want to sell men what men really want? Public school, 30 kids 1 teacher 7 hours. Homeschooling, 1 kid 1 teacher 3 hours. You do the math. I can't do the math, I was homeschooled. How my car keys look when I drink 3 whiskeys on an empty stomach. Commercial on TV, me as a kid, hey I have that toy, me as an adult, hey I'm on that medication. Me, takes a she, the plumber fixing my toilet. Do you know how exy it is when he teases you in bed with a bird leaf? B you mean a feather. Me showing back up at the bar after my friends send me home in an Uber. TV or movies, commercials. What gives people feelings of power, money, status? Finally slapping that annoying fly to the ground. If I wanted to avoid making thermite, which chemicals should I not mix together? To avoid making thermite, do not mix aluminum powder with iron oxide. Extra Chick-fil-A sauce, fast food worker, me. Other jobs, if you make a mistake you can try again, you learn from mistakes. The surgeons, well here goes another one. When I finally sleep after 3 hours of yawning but wake up after 2 hours. MFs get a MacBook and all of a sudden they got work to do in public places. Her after finally getting what she wanted. Me, are you happy now? Happy. Do I look like L from Seth Note? He looks like XL. Mom said, alcohol is your enemy. Jesus said, love your enemy. Case closed. Cheers. I was born a male, identify as a male, but according to Stalfer's lasagna I'm a family of 4. When customs ask why you're going to Thailand and you say for the beaches and food. When you're at a Coldplay concert with your head of HR side piece, then you suddenly see the 2 of you hugging on the Jumbotron. Bravo 6 going dark. Why ask me to press 1 for English then transfer me to someone who barely speaks it? I'm so happy for you, it should have been me. When you the only one mad at the gender reveal party. Pass me, $5 I accidentally left in my pocket, present me. Imagine letting a girl wear your hoodie and then you see her dad wearing it. I stole my principal's cap and my dad came to the meeting wearing it. Candy Crush developers. Mom's on level 5303. An in-ground pool costs $80,000 to $100,000. An above-ground pool costs $399 at Sam's Club plus $25 per week fine from my HOA. The math speaks for itself on this one. Generational trauma cycles can be broken. Expectation. Stupid. You not good enough. I love you. Generational trauma cycles can be broken. Reality. Stupid. You not good enough. Marry and have children. In this economy, no thanks. Please leave by eye. Mirror upon the wall. Who is the fairest of them all? Oh lady queen no fair yebby, I see someone is fairer far to see. Me looking at that one person I know is evil but I just can't prove it. Me during my emo phase. Me during my current phase where I'm 1000 times more sad but dress normal for work.
Spare change. Spare change, ma'am.